This video will go over how to troubleshoot errors in the Data Usability Assessment, or DUA, in FUDSChem. The DUA is performed at the end of a sampling event by going to Tools, Data Usability Assessment. We go over this interface in detail in our Data Usability Assessment video, linked in the description. Once the checklist is complete and any X qualifiers have been changed to final qualifiers, you will come to the Assessment Checklist tab and click Screen Event. This screens for issues that would need to be resolved before the data can be transferred to eChem, the database of record behind the USACE firewall. Some of these checks are run in advance under Data Sample Qualification during the validation approval step, because all parties are more likely to still be available to track down any missing data. If errors could not be resolved during this step, then they may return during the DUA. For more information, please see our Chemistry Data Approval tutorial, linked in the description. When you screen an event, the system runs a series of checks to ensure that no data is missing, that all values are valid, and that the event will migrate to eChem successfully. Checks are designed to help make sure data is of the highest possible quality. They are added and updated periodically in order to prevent new issues that are found. A full list of checks for your project can be found under Reports, Environmental Setup Reports, Active Screening Checks. For more information, please refer to our Screening Checks Overview video, linked in the description. Let's see which errors our event has flagged by clicking View Errors Report. Like our other reports, you can save this report in various formats by clicking the floppy disk icon, or print it by clicking the printer icon. The error report will always follow the same format. The gray box includes the name and description of the error. It is followed by a tip to help you know what needs to be done to resolve it. Relevant data from your file is shown below to pinpoint where the error is found. We'll troubleshoot the sample location error first. The description tells us that locations need a valid location ID in eChem. To resolve this, we will need to migrate our locations to eChem. The tip tells us to reach out to our Synectics point of contact for help with this process. The list below indicates which locations from our event have not been migrated yet. We can review these locations and make sure they are ready to migrate by going to Reports, Geology Reports, Location Detail, Excel format. You can use the report filters to only view the locations listed in the error log. You can review this report to see if there are any placeholder values or other fields requiring edits. The EMCX requires that the following fields be as accurate as possible. Location type, establishing date, coordinates, coordinate acquisition method, elevation, elevation acquisition method, borehole depth. For information on updating location data, please refer to our Updating Location Information tutorial video, linked in the description. Once everything looks good, notify your Synectics point of contact, who can help migrate the locations to eChem. Next, let's go back to our error report and take a look at the validation stage error. The description tells us that the validation stage needs to be populated with a valid value. Below, we can see the file and its validation stage, which is currently blank. If you see this error during the DUA, reach out to your Synectics point of contact. Let them know the correct validation stage and they can help apply it. we'll look at the prime contractor error. This one says that the prime contractor needs to be populated with a valid value. The tip tells us where to find valid values. The prime contractor field is found under Tools, Data, Event Management. If this option does not show up for you in the Tools menu, reach out to your Synectics point of contact for help gaining access. Under the Create Track Events tab, select the appropriate prime contractor valid value from the dropdown. If you are not sure which valid value to use, you can search the dropdown for the company you need or search under Reports, ADR and Submission Reports, Valid Value Lists. Note that prime contractor values exist for each USACE district, which can be used if the project is self-performed. More information can be found in our Valid Values Overview video, linked in the description. Alternatively, we can see which valid value was used under the Create Track Projects tab for the prime contractor field. Once we know the value, we can go back to Create Track Events and update the field to match, then click Save. Let's go back to Tools, Data Usability Assessment. We will click Screen again to make sure our errors resolve. Once errors are resolved, be sure to take a look at the warnings. Though warnings will not prevent you from certifying your event, resolving them will improve the quality of your data. Click the View Warnings Report button to review the warnings and determine if you can resolve them. In some cases, warnings cannot be resolved and will need to be left as is. Once the event has 0 errors, and warnings have been reviewed, it is time to click the Certify button. Once the button has been clicked, the DUA is locked and can no longer be edited. The chemist can go to the Event Approval Unapproval tab to approve the event and generate an ESED file to submit to eChem. For more information, please review our Data Usability Assessment tutorial video, linked in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.